know what it is, traders. It is once again time to build your portfolio with another profitable prophecy from the 7 oracles. I'm your host, the spitting statistician, Dane Martinez, and we continue to give you what you need to profit in the prediction markets like Kalshi and Polymarket, and this is our pick of the day. Before I get into that, a few things. One, you gotta go on over to the7oracles.com. We have great content, a free newsletter, great tools to really help you do work in the prediction markets. And if you use the promo code the7oracles, we are giving you not 1, not 2, but 6 free months to click around and find out and really get the jump on the competition that you may be trading with or against in these markets. So let's look at our pick of the day, and we are coming off a great NFL draft. Shout out to everybody who joined us for our live draft coverage in round 1. You really should have been down. We made some profit, and we are going to continue to do so. I am looking at a market right now for the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. And we all know the big names like Fernando, Mendoza, and Jeremiyah Love, but I don't think that's where the value is. If you want to know the truth, Carnell Tate, the wide receiver from Ohio State, is at 17%. And then even better than that, Jadarian Price, the now Seattle Seahawks newest running back, is at 12%. And I think that between 5.5 all the way up to 8 times your money, they are the values. Now, I am passing and fading the co-favorites in this. First of all, Fernando Mendoza is at 25%. He's one of the favorites. He's the number 1 overall pick, but a lot of reports out of Las Vegas actually think that recently signed Kirk Cousins is going to start the year and may make a ton of starts as Mendoza learns early on. What does that mean? He probably won't get as many starts, as many reps to be able to put up the stats, which will ultimately help him potentially win a Rookie of the Year award. Now, don't get me wrong. The Raiders are going to fall out of contention, and eventually Mendoza will play, but I don't think he'll have enough time to put up and accumulate the stats needed to be competitive or win this award. The other stud, the obvious stud, on the offensive side of the ball is Notre Dame running back Jeremiyah Love, who went number 3 overall to the Arizona Cardinals. He is a favorite at 26%. And absolutely, I love Jeremiyah Love like everybody else does. I think he is going to be very good for the Arizona Cardinals, maybe a generational kind of running back. However, now if you look, all of a sudden, Arizona actually has a lot of mouths to feed. On offense, they have one of the top fantasy tight ends in Trey McBride, who is going to continue to get targets, receptions, and production. On the outside, they have Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson, and they are still a throwing offense if you want to know the truth, right? So I still think those guys are going to eat. Now, don't get me wrong, Love is going to be featured, but I don't think he's going to get the ball as much as he would need to put up the monstrous stats. And here's the other part. The Cardinals are still in a very tough division, and I still think they are going to be losing games. And so the game script is going to be a lot of garbage time and a lot of throwing, not necessarily Jeremiyah Love pounding the rock when the Cardinals are winning games. Now let's look at the 2 guys that I like. Carnell Tate at 17%. He is positioned to produce. He's going to be the top target for the second-year quarterback Cam Ward, who was the number 1 overall pick last year. Yes, they signed Wan'Dale Robinson, but Wan'Dale Robinson just works underneath. He is a short yardage target and no threat to the big playability of Carnell Tate, in my opinion. The Tennessee Titans threw the ball. You ready for this? 62.4% of the time last year. That was the 3rd highest rate in the entire NFL. They're going to be losing games, and just like the game script hurts Jeremiyah Love, I think it helps Carnell Tate and the ability to kind of put up extra meaningless garbage time statistics, which are going to help him. And Tate is an absolute stud. He had a 90.3 PFF grade that was good for 6th best among 679 qualified receivers in college, okay? And check this out. He did this all. He didn't drop a single pass last year for Ohio State. That is the dependability that Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans are going to love. And they loved him so much that they took him at number 4 overall when a lot of people didn't have him mocked that high. They've got a plan for him. Brian Daboll is going to use him. Cam Ward is going to find him. And at 17%, at around 5.5 to 6 times your money, I think he is a value. Another one even at a lower percentage right now, at almost 7.5 to 8 times your money, is Jeremiyah Love's teammate at Notre Dame, Jadarian Price. Jadarian Price is, I think an even better choice. The Seattle Seahawks let Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker leave and sign with the Kansas City Chiefs. Zach Charbonnet, their incumbent running back, tore his knee up and is probably not going to be ready for the start of the season. Enter Jadarian Price. Now, remember I told you about how Tennessee likes to throw the ball? Well, Seattle's the opposite. They ran the ball 49.7% of the time. That is the third highest rate in the NFL last season. These are still the defending Super Bowl champions. So again, the game script, I think, good for the running back on a team that is going to be ahead. I think that is more times when Jadarian Price is going to close games out. People don't know about Price as much because Jeremiyah Love was just getting all the shine at Notre Dame. Price was behind Love, but he has the explosiveness, he has the quickness and agility to hit the home run just the same, and people are going to find out about Price. And not for nothing, the price is right in this one. So I say fade Mendoza, fade Love. Carnell Tate at 17%, Jadarian Price at 12% are the places to go and the values in the offensive rookie of the year market for the NFL. The Oracle has spoken. Now go and get it before people start to realize this and the number moves. And don't forget, go to the7oracles.com, use the promo code the7oracles. But even if you don't sign up for the free newsletter, check out all the great content there, all the tools, and join us at the 7 Oracles and be part of the Prediction Illuminati.